welcome back to this great high school basketball Christmas tradition now. The East High School versus West High School alumni basketball game. We're West Sound TV. We've got Eric Kreikel doing camera for us, Spencer Anderson streaming this game live on the KidSapSun.com/GOTW Game of the Week. And we're very happy to be working with the Sun this year. We're going to be bringing you a lot of basketball on the internet. And I am joined by Kitty Campagna here at the table. And I'm the Dr. Doc Parr, East High class of 70. Brad, I guess get that in here. And at the beginning here of the second half, the East High School Knights in the white and black, our traditional colors, lead the West High Wildcats in that blue and gray, 31-14, Kitty.
Well, Doc, after the longest halftime on record, a 20-minute halftime, we believe they were administering oxygen, and then by the time they came out, they had to re-warm up for about 10 minutes. But we had a really nice halftime performance by the current drill team and some of, I saw Tricia Sandbeck Marshall out there as well doing stuff.
Well, here we go. We're underway in the second half here at the Les E. Thorne Gymnasium at Bremerton High School. And West High will start out with the ball. Yeah, we'll get those numbers out there. Oh, tricky play on the inside there. Bill Baxter with a quick dish off to Kel Ormiston, who makes it two and will get a trip to the free throw line.
Ormiston's one of the few guys in blue who scored in that first half. I missed it's hard to believe with a score of 14, I missed a point. It was the very first point scored that was a free throw, so somebody is not getting credit at the moment.
And for East High, bringing it across court is Greg Farrar. Rick Walker starts, that's Brent Gibbler. Kevin Hassett in the game, and number 33 out there is Kevin Backlund, the starters tonight for the East High Knights. Hassett at the high post, looks for somebody to pass it to, and he gets it to Backlund. Backlund takes a couple steps in, ball gets knocked loose, so and Bill Baxter comes away with it for the Wildcats.
Leaving two white Knights in the background.
Uh-oh, who's got it?
Oh, Mansky had it, but now Farrar has it.
Yep.
Atwater intelligently actually gets in front of him and stops a break because there were some white down at the other end of the court who just hadn't made it up the court yet.
Helps to grab onto that ball before you start running.
Not one of those little details.
All right, just underway here in quarter number 3. Greg Farrar handling it for the Knight alumni, the East High alumni. Hassett dishes it down low to Walker. He sends it back to Gibbler. Uh-oh.
Gonna get 3 in the key.
Oh, our man in stripes, Mr. Joe Frank, calling that one. Jim Lamont also out there calling the game. And who's our other ref?
That is Al Stotts, a graduate of East High.
All righty. Well, West High's put a couple of points on the board here, cut a little bit off that lead by the East High Knights.
This is not a stall, I promise you. They are just looking for the play, and since they are not dealing with the shot clock, they can take some time.
Yeah, that's a three-point attempt. Shot is off. Rick Walker with the rebound for the Knights. That was Tom Hamry with that shot.
Farrar bringing it up court.
And when the majority of these people played, they did not have the shot clock in high school basketball. Oh, Hassett at the free throw line. His shot is off, and a rebound pulled down by Jeff Mansky, class of 81. Oh, good takeaway there. That was Kevin Hassett. Backlund gives it back to Hassett. On the baseline, oh, dish into Rick Walker, breaking inside. Can't make it, but Brent Gibbler puts it up, can't go down, and he'll get a trip to the free throw line for a couple.
Gibbler had a 3 in the first half. These are his first free throws.
Gibbler shooting 2.
Sampson enters the game, Scott Sampson.
And Brandt is from the class of 72. at East High.
First one's off.
Evenson back for the
Yeah.
Knights.
Brad Evenson into the game. He actually leads all scorers with 8 in that first half.
And number 31 coming in for West High is Ron Smith. Number 3, Ted Bryant.
Rebound to Baxter.
Yep. Class of 79 for Bill. And it is not the Central Kitsap Bill Baxter.
I know, every time. Oh, and we see that rejection by Gibbler again in the middle.
Another one. And, well, 2 on 5 doesn't usually work. But Rick will clean it up, pick it up at half court, needs to get another chance. Sampson, Walker on the baseline in the corner, his shot's up, and the rebound goes to Tom Hambone Hamry. Ooh, the hammer.
Nice shot.
Nice putback. Couldn't quite complete it though, but a good job on the offensive board.
Some good passing on that as well. West having a little bit of energy this second half. No score so far for the East team with 4.5 minutes left in this third quarter.
Down low to Hassett. Shot is blocked by Smith down low. Good job by Ron Smith. Baxter pulls up, sends it over to Big Tree. Ted Bryant. And a rebound pulled away by Gibbler. Uh-oh. Finger is up for Brent Gibbler. Coach Olson, time for a change. Time for a rest, Coach.
They haven't had him underneath on most of this. He's been playing on the outside, but we've seen, like I said, we saw him make a 3.
Oh, a Rick shot, little short rebound pulled down by the Wildcats. Oh, he's begging Brent, saying, come on, Kevin. Get Boyce ready to go.
Hamry bringing it up.
And again, no shot clock, so they can work it around.
There's Big
shot
Tree.
is good for 3. Yeah, Kevin Olson decides he better call a timeout here. Give his gentleman a rest, a little breather. And I don't know if Steve's going to be able to get back in the game. He's in his sweatpants. And he's kind of moving gingerly there, number 43. He's the other big man besides
Mr.
Gibbler
Boyce.
and
I got
Rick
you.
Walker. Steve Boyce.
Yeah,
31 left to go in the third here. And West High's cut into that lead that the Knights had.
They've scored 6 so far in this quarter, and the Knights have not scored, so there's been just a little bit of change in momentum right now.
And a little smaller team comes out for East High as Brant Gibbler goes to the sideline.
Anytime you have Rick Walker in there, you don't really think of a smaller team, but you are correct. His surrounding cast. We do not have heights because they aren't going to admit whether or not they've actually shrunk a little bit from their high school days.
Sampson bringing it down.
Beautiful pass and a nice block by Baxter.
And Baxter driving the hoop, gets a whistle. And he'll probably get a trip to the free throw line. Yep.
And in the game, I think for the first time this half, number 45 from the class of 65, Larry Thatcher.
Ames returns for the Knights.
Oh, in and out, and a rebound pulled down by number 31.
And that is the guest, Dave Boynton.
No, missed pass, and Baxter comes away with it, sends it up to Hamry.
Oh, nice move by Hamry.
But it didn't go in, got his own rebound, and he
I've shot that one in my backyard. I know I have.
I think he was playing for the Globetrotters for a minute there. Uh-oh. Big Tree gets it. And Hammery once again. Yep. Blocking foul going to be called on number 34. That would be Matt Ames. Warren Burley from the West High Wildcat bench likes that call. And yes, indeed, number 45, class of 65, Larry Thatcher out there for the Wildcats. Shot is off, but a good rebound by Baxter. Baxter's shot off, and the Wildcats keep possession.
Atwater puts it up. It
Shot
will not go
loose,
down.
and finally, Matt Ames clears the boards. He gets fouled, and East High will bring it in.
Next group of players looking to come in. Going to give Kim Atwater a break, and you got Big Bird Bill Nyland in.
Tim Lewis coming in for the Knights.
Scott Sampson taking a seat. Tim
Evanson brings it down. Dave Bean in the game for East High. Yeah, I think that pass may have been intended for Dave.
Yeah.
Off of West, though, so East will maintain the possession. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Evanson made those in the first half.
And he's off here. Ted Bryan clears the boards for the Wildcats.
Really nice block out by Bryan.
Ooh, Baxter with a nice move, but could not complete. And here goes Evanson the other way for the Knights. Let it pass to
to Lewis, all the way. And that's going to go to the men in blue, the West High Wildcats.
You know, West has really played a lot better this third quarter, and they still are down by 11, 31-20. Just under 2 minutes to go in the third.
Well, they came in down by 17. It was 31-14 starting this.
That's right, so they've cut
No
out.
points from the East High Knights so far in this third quarter.
And it's Bill Hobaugh, class of 74, bringing it across the court for the Wildcats. Nice takeaway on that one. Uh-oh, pulled up. Looks like that's going to be it for Tim Lewis.
And quickly we have the injury replacement,
And
Kevin Backlund.
Yeah, Backlund comes in. Hope Tim's going to be okay there.
Yeah, Tim's sitting on the end of the bench. That one certainly hurt.
West will bring it in. Baxter across court, triple teamed. Gets it to a wide open Bryan, who decides not to shoot it along the baseline. Big Bill Nyland in there for the Wildcats.
Nyland wanting to take it in the middle. There's Hobaugh for two.
Uh-oh, ball's loose, down on the floor. And coming out of there with it is Ames. Evanson, shots off, nice tip, but it won't go down for Ames. And again, Baxter, we're not keeping rebounds, but he'd be leading the way for the Wildcats.
I think so,
for
definitely.
Sure.
I remember his passion for this game from last year.
Yep. Oh.
Two for Rick Mansky. Or Mike Mansky, sorry. Name that Mansky. I'm making up a whole new Mansky that doesn't even exist.
They're going to put the 2 on the board and give him 1 at the free throw line, and the East Side lead down to 7, 31-24. And shots off, but Hobaugh with the rebound. Nyland goes down low. They try to dish it to Nyland, breaking in. A lot of hands there in white. Hobaugh's got it. 29 seconds left in the quarter. Ooh, good shot on the inside. Good effort to get it down low to Mike Mansky.
He is fouled by number 33, Rick Torseth.
And Mike will go up to the free throw line for 2. Off the front.
Short again.
Returns to the East High lineup.
And Sharon Randall in for the Cats. Sharon Randall.
Greg Farrar back in for East High. Rick Torseth, or not, that wasn't Torseth, that was Backlund, I think, coming out.
That is correct. Torseth is still in there. That one did not hit rim, so it will go to the East High Knights.
Brad Evanson, class of 82. That's Greg Farrar handling it, class of 76.
Baron Randall in there in the non-matching uniform. He's number 4. He does match Nyland.
Yeah, he matches Bill Nyland.
Bill just having the big hands on that
Woo!
one.
West High's had some nice takeaways. There's that last,
Whoa.
Close on that shot by Mike Mansky. But at the end of the third period, the third 8-minute period, the West High Wildcats got themselves back into this ball game, only down by 7, 31-24.
Yeah, they scored 10 points in that period, and unfortunately for the East High team, there were no points scored for them. I don't think they're going to want to see the box score at the end of this half. But if I were a West High grad, I certainly wouldn't be counting out the East High guys. They have the ability to score and score quickly, so we'll see what happens. I almost wish that they could run this last quarter with a shot clock, because certainly we don't enjoy the stall game, but no one's really played that so far.
I got to change. We're back.
We have one more quarter here of East-West High action. The East High Knights lead 31-24. West having a really nice comeback in that third quarter, and could be pretty interesting here in the fourth.
Well, we're just ready to begin this final period at Les Eathorne Gymnasium at Bremerton High School. And it's only a 7-point lead for the East High Knights in white and black. 31-24 over the Wildcats. Rick Walker at the high post. Kevin Hassett sends it back out to Evanson. Brant Gibler back in, so they're running the Twin Towers out there with Rick and Brant, Kitty.
They are quite nicely, and that was a great rebound by Lewis, but unfortunately the pass got away.
And Rick, nothing but net for Rick Walker. That's his spot.
They're going to give him 2 for that one. He's up to 5 points for this particular game.
He was on the line there, but such a smooth shooter.
It is pretty.
Still a good-looking shot. Hobaugh with it for the Wildcats. He sends it over to Ormiston. They go down low.
Mansky looking for somebody to pass to, but Gibler is just there.
Yeah, the big guy. And Rick will take the jumper. This one's worth 3. Yeah, I guess Rick decided he warm up.
So I mentioned to him that they hadn't scored in the last period, and suddenly they have scored 5 points. So just as we predicted, Doc.
I believe 5 of those were from Rick Walker.
Yes, I believe they were.
All-American from the University of Puget Sound. Oh, it's great to see these guys out here playing, entertaining the crowd. And what's even nicer is this game is a fundraiser for the Les Eathorne Scholarship Fund, and Rick Walker and Sports Beyond are the ones that put it on these last 2 years. And the scholarship is for both a boy and a girl basketball player, as well as a cheer.
There is also money going towards the cheerleaders from the Sports Beyond group, up to $1,000 to match what's in that scholarship fund.
So it's a great, fun event. We urge you to come on down next year and have a impromptu class reunion with
Well,
some
isn't
of your
it
old
fun,
friends.
you know, everyone who they bring back from the PA announcers, Lanny Dowell and Bud Braun, who Bud was the last coach of, now which is it, Doc, East or
West High.
West? West High in the very last East-West game, and his team won.
The
So
only coach at East High was Mr. Les Ethorn.
I should know that, Doc.
And, of course, Lanny Dowell, broadcaster for KBRO and KITZ for a number of years of football, as well as a West High football coach under Chuck Szymanski for years and years.
And those last 2 points went to Kim Atwater.
Oh, Rick with a nice little move. He'll get fouled and get a trip up to the free throw line. So East High has managed to lengthen the lead to 10, 36-26 here as we begin the fourth period. Rick Walker up to the free throw line.
It's like Rick has decided to get serious.
I think he doesn't want to lose that 2 wins so far here in this current version of the Alumni game.
And he makes the second.
East High winning the first 2 years here. This game started up again 3 years ago. And this is the first year that we've streamed it live.
That is
over
correct, thanks to the Kitsap Sun. They have streamed it in the past. This is our first time for our partnership doing this. Ow! The howitzer from close range.
Yeah, Kel got the quick one that time. Ooh,
nice fake.
Yeah, the jumper won't go in, and rebound saved by the East High Knights. That was Atwater. The jumper almost came. Looked good. Just wouldn't drop for him. Big Greg Lewis out there for the Wildcats. Uh-oh. Hassett keeps control of it. Over to Gibbler. Back to Walker. He'll try the 3. Uh-oh, short.
Pass, he'll say.
Underneath, Hassett keeps it alive, but couldn't quite hold on to it as it goes off Greg Farrar's hands.
All that happening because a really nice block by Jeff Mansky underneath the basket on Hassett.
Yeah, Rob Burley in the game, number 22. 33 out there is Kel Ormiston at the point. He sends it to Burley. Burley shots off. Rebound pulled down by Walker.
That was pretty. It looked like it was going.
Over to Farrar. We're at the 5-minute, 5-second mark here at number 4. 37-26 lead for the East High Knights. Farrar will try the 3. Off the front, Burley with the board. And, oh, Greg's going to foul Ron. Ron's going, give me a break. Class of 64, buddy.
Ron's like, you got my arm.
Yeah.
Now Ron gets to take a seat. Hamry back into the game.
Hambone. I like some of these nicknames they got.
That's the beauty of having these original announcers who are,
You get the
they
old
know
nicknames.
them.
That's right. Oh, Greg Lewis with a nice drive. And he'll get a trip to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Nice move by Lewis underneath the basket.
Class of 72. They'll be having their 30-year, 40-year anniversary
40.
coming up.
Yes, Doc.
This
We are
year.
that old, aren't we?
Guess so. I already had mine.
You had your 40th. I'm not quite there yet.
4:42 left to go in the ball game.
That one's also a little short.
Coming up short on those 2 free throws. Now, West could use some points at the free throw line.
Yeah, they've been hurting there. The Big Tree Brian was their best free throw shooter, and Mansky, Jeff Mansky as well.
Has it with the turnaround shot. And
he's going to get the travel, though.
Yep, steps and turn over to the Wildcats. It'll be Hamry bringing it across the court for West High.
Here comes Hamry. Oh,
That
pass
was
it down to the floor.
And Sampson's going, who's here? Hey, we'll see. Lamont's not going to be fooled by that there.
Ron Smith pointing a whole new direction.
That was Atwater over here on the edge, and Ron Smith now into the game for Greg Lewis. Getting a nice round of applause by the bench. And the quick turnaround shot for 3 for Rick Walker.
First gentleman in double figures. I have him at 11, 12 points. Ooh, that's a pretty answer from...
Cal Ormiston.
That's right. Cal has 7 points.
Ames sends it back out front. Has it beyond the 3-point line. Sampson, Walker. Shot is off for Evanson. Rebound pulled down there by Jeff Mansky, number 35 for the Wildcats. Atwater back to Mansky, or Hamry, excuse me. Hamry drives the paint and tried to dish off to Smith. Ball gets loose and it's a 2-on-1 break. Oh, ball would not drop that time for Matt Ames, and Atwater doing everything he can.
Oh, and they're going to get
the
it
Wildcats.
back.
They are going to get it back with 3 minutes left to go. Kim Atwater doing a nice job there.
Baxter for the Cavs.
Dave Bean enters the game for the East High Knights, number 42, and Kevin Backlund, number 33.
And Bill Baxter back in for West High.
Bill was really a catalyst in that comeback that they were having.
So good takeaway that time by Sampson. And again, we've got the break. Oh, Matt Ames couldn't complete it. He'll try again. Shot is off, and finally Orbiston grabs it. Kevin goes, oh, man. We had 3 shots at that one. Uh-oh.
There's a 3 for Atwater.
Kim Atwater.
Boy, that's a brave 3 because he had Rick Walker flying at him.
2.5 to go in the game, and the Wildcats have gotten within 8 again, 40-32. And they're going to call that foul here on the outside.
Number 9, Scott Sampson, setting a nice screen right there.
Backlund, back to Sampson, down to Ames, cross to a short shot. That was a pass, we'll say, from Dave Bean. And Rick Walker on the rebound there. Yeah, check the teeth on that one.
I think he was, making sure they were still connected.
Yeah. We saw that, unfortunately, last year, a tooth getting knocked out.
Yeah, you never want to see that. And
No.
already Tim Lewis out with some sort of muscle pull.
Lewis brings it in. Or Bean, excuse me. That was Dave Bean. Yeah, whistle blows.
8 points separate these teams, 32 for the guests and 40 for the home Knights.
Dave Bean, class of 71, brings it in. Ball gets knocked loose, and they're going to say, do it again.
Smith was on the line when he caught that. Nice job of defense on the man throwing the ball in.
Rick shot off, pulled down by Atwater. He'll push it up for the Wildcats, down by 8.
Ormiston hurries ahead.
Oh, he tried to get it
Gets
to
it to
Hamry. Hamry's going, thanks.
I know, I'm among the trees. What are you doing?
Atwater, ball's loose, but once again, Hamry keeping it alive for the Wildcats. 1:45 left to go in the ball game. And whistle
Foul out
blows.
on the floor.
That was a foul to give.
Yes, it was.
Both teams now with 16 fouls, and the big guy, look at that, Brian Gibbler, gonna come on in. Minute 41 left to go in the ball game. And he's gonna replace Dave Bean. It looks like Westside is gonna counter that with Ted Bryant.
Not a bad idea. You need a little height on height there.
Yeah, a little more, couple more bigs. Must be nice for Rick to have Gibbler in there.
Oh, you weren't kidding.
So he could step out and play his normal position of shooting forward.
That was a well-played inbound. It really was.
Yep.
It just didn't go down.
Minute 30 left to go, and are they going into the stall?
No.
No. Nice pass by assist to Walker over to Matt Ames.
Ames has 6 points tonight.
And speaking of the stall, it was great to see Coach Al Gleisch here, who had one of the most masterful games at state I've ever seen, as his team with no one over 6 foot came up against Kamayakan, who had a 7-footer there, and he took the air out of the ball. I think at halftime the score was 6-4.
Ow.
Well, that was a great job.
Smith cannot do the putback. He can't believe it.
And East will bring it across half-court line. Farrar back in the game for the Knights.
I'm liking that they're still shooting.
Oh, and there's a good move by Rick Torseth. Crossing the, well, actually that was not Torseth.
That was
Backlund.
Ames again.
Kevin Backlund, I think.
Oh, did he
33.
make it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crossing the center post, and timeout. 50.6 seconds left to go, and looks like the Knights may have stopped the momentum there of the West High Wildcats.
Well, it certainly didn't hurt when Rick Walker started making some threes, but they weren't really, they kept it within 8. They had it under double digits, and suddenly just a little bit more hustle underneath that basket. And it doesn't hurt to have Matt Ames from the class of 85 in there from the looks of it.
44-32 lead for the East High Knights with 50.6 seconds left to go in our ball game.
Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of animosity here in the crowd between the East and West people. That's one of the fun things about tonight.
Well, back in those days, everybody pretty much knew everybody.
That is correct.
No matter what side of town they were on. It was a lot smaller town back then.
Gary Helt into the game, number 1.
Into Baxter, and the Wildcats need to get some points on the board pretty quickly here. Don't have a lot of time for dribbling. Bryant
Oh,
says,
Gary's got to grow for that.
Oh, yeah. Ted tried to send it over to him, but Gary would have had to be about a 6.5-footer.
Those of you in the softball community know Gary from the many softball tournaments that he runs.
And it looks like West is going to bring Thatcher in.
And they are running a press here. Or actually, Baxter was sitting down. I thought he was pressing.
Well, they are going to do a little press. Atwater takes it away, but can't hang on to it. Hassett goes to the floor to grab it and send it to Greg Farrar. We've got 30 seconds left to go in the ball game. Ball loose. Yeah, and this time Helt overthrow
it was
his
to
intended receiver.
Test the height of the other people around him. It seemed a fair pass at this point.
That was intended for Kim Atwater, class of 75.
Big
Backlund.
Trees gets to come to the other side of the court with Gibbler.
Farrar. Down into the corner. Oh, beautiful pass. Nice assist by Kevin Backlund. Into...
That time the other 33, Torseth. Oh, that's too bad.
And that's it, the end of the 2011 East-West Alumni basketball game. And the East High Knights make it a three-fer.
Trifecta.
Trifecta, 46-32 win over the West High Wildcats.
Well, Doc, it was a pretty good game. They seem to have not quite the energy that maybe they've had some of the years past, but they were a little bit less aggressive, which was kind of nice to see, and nobody got hurt this year, at least from the play itself.
And, of course, they are 2 years older than when they
they must have
began
matured,
this
right?
2 years ago. Well, I wasn't thinking matured. I was thinking a little older and maybe not quite as in shape as they were
Possibly,
a couple
but
of years ago.
They really look quite good. It's fun to watch, like on one of those last plays, the way they ran that and they got the back door out of it. It was well done. It's fun to see that when you're coached as well as these guys are, how well you can play later on.
And we're going to keep on rolling here because they are going to present a trophy to the MVPs for both teams here. And again, the three-peat for the Knights, the East High School Knights, 46-32 over the West High Wildcats. And I'm not sure, I think Lanny is going to announce it, the MVPs.
Waiting for the band.
Man, that's a West High alma mater, now currently the Bremerton High School alma mater. And it's West High cheerleaders out there.
There were a lot of 60-something as far as like 65 that they were from.
Attention please to our center circle. Former West High cheerleader and former principal of Bremerton High School, Ms. Kathy Fleischstein, will present our Most Valuable Player Awards. For the East High Knights, it was very, very close. By a decision of one vote, Matt Ames wins the MVP award for the East High School Knights.
And Matt Ames coming away with the MVP this year. Rick got it last year.
And I think the year before that.
And have they announced that West High Wildcat MVP yet?
They have not. That's
They're going
next.
to let Bud Gron. Lanny announced the East High one.
I think they lost Matt. Let's change. They're going to change their vote now.
Okay, let's see who the West High MVP is.
And the most valuable player for the West High Wildcats, Cal Ormiston.
Oh.
And Cal Ormiston from the class of 72 coming away with that MVP for the Wildcats. Well, a fun ball game. It's always fun to see this game and be able to bring it to the community over the community access system, BKAT, channel 12 on Comcast Cable, channel 3 on Wave Broadband, and now streaming it live on KitsapSun.com. We're going to have a whole lot of basketball for you in January, and it's been great this year working with the Kitsap Sun. We're West Sound TV. Got to thank Eric Reichel for doing the camera. Spencer Anderson has been streaming it for us today, and Trent Covert down at the Sun, the IT director, Dave Nelson, the editor, and of course, as I said, we're West Sound TV. Kitty Campagna on that other microphone. Kitty, a fun ball game and a great event, a fundraiser for the Leslie Thorne Scholarship Fund.
The only thing I was trying to add there, Doc, sorry, is what's upcoming. Friday, we're going to be up at Bainbridge, and we will catch that North Kitsap boys at Bainbridge Island. So those of you who are our big streaming fans now, look for us Friday night at 7.
All righty. Well, I'm the doctor, Doc Parr, class of 70, East High School of Bremerton, with the three-peat. Said, stay tuned. We will see you soon. All right.